Hello, my name is Emily Stone. I will be your professor this semester as you take PSY 451 Theories of Counseling. And I'm going to be looking over here. I'm looking at the syllabus. I'm going to be going over a couple of key points in the syllabus, particularly your assignments, to make sure some things are clarified. I will not be going over everything in the syllabus, so I do encourage you to make sure you print the syllabus and keep that handy. Um, you may not be able to get online for some reason, and that way you will have your syllabus printed and you can refer to it just so you can know, okay, this is what's coming up, this is what I need to be working on, even if you can't get online for some reason. Another reason I would keep your syllabus is because further down the road, you never know when you'll need to pull it out and show somebody what you studied. And I've come across that a few times where a professor in another class will say, well, I want to know, what did you study in this particular class before you got to me? And so this way you can pull out and say, look, these are the textbooks we used. These are the assignments that we completed, and you never know when you will need that. What I actually do is I print a copy, and I keep a copy of all of my syllabi from other classes I've taken, and I put them in a binder so that I can refer to them when I need to. So that's what I would encourage you to do, is if you haven't already started doing that, print your syllabi and keep them all together as you proceed in your education, because you may need to refer to them later on. Okay. So the textbooks for this class are the Modern Psychotherapies by Stanton Jones and Richard Buttman. I will say that this is a great book. These authors take pretty much the major psychological counseling theories, and they review them, they give you a great brief look at them, and then they give you a Christian take, a Christian critique of these theories. I really appreciate the work that they provide in this textbook. It's a pretty common book to be used in a class like this in a Christian setting. And of course, some of these theories you could spend a whole semester on. If you keep going into graduate school, you could have a whole semester on cognitive behavioral theories. But this class just takes a brief look at each one. And this class is theories of counseling. It's not techniques of counseling. Hopefully you'll go on and take techniques of counseling in the next semester or two. In that class, we will be looking more at applying these theories, working with people. But in this class, we're just looking at theories, and I think it's really fascinating. Also, the other textbook is John Vining's Spirit-Centered Counseling, a Pneumo-Scriptive Approach. I really appreciate Dr. Vining's work here. He really takes the whole theories of counseling and looks at them not just from a Christian perspective, but also from a Pentecostal Christian perspective. And Lee University is a Pentecostal institution. And so I think that can be really helpful for us to have that to look at. I really appreciate the work he's done there. And then also you're going to find in your classroom, I have something called Teacher's 2 Cents. And that is some work I've done looking at applying counseling theory in kind of a church setting or just an everyday setting. And so that is a little more applied, and I want you to be reading that. There's usually one about every other week for you to read called Teacher's 2 Cents. Okay, I'm going to skip down through the university mission statement. Please read that. Please read the catalog description, the objectives, the topics, but I want to get to the assignments. Okay, so you basically have 4 assignments in this class, all right? You've got your weekly assignments, which is a reading and critical response, and it's due every week. Now, this class starts on Wednesday, and so the week begins on Wednesday, and all assignments are due by the next Tuesday at midnight, okay? So your weekly assignments are 25% of your grade. I'm just going to read through here. Reading assignments are detailed in the reading schedule. So you do have a reading schedule that will tell you what you need to be reading each week. Also, at the beginning of each week, I have an assignment page that you'll see. And it kind of just runs through every week. Okay, this is what we're doing this week. So, you've got your syllabus, but every week you'll see that assignment page. Click on that and say, okay, this week, this is what we're doing. Okay, but each week, the student is to write at least a 1-page, double-spaced essay in 12-point Times New Roman font, offering a summary of the reading. That's really not that bad. That's just 1 page. The essay should include points in the reading that the student liked, things that you didn't like, things you agreed with, disagreed with, and other comments. The students should post this critical response in the open forum discussion forum each week. The students should read at least 2 other critical reading responses by students and offer constructive feedback by way of discussion post. Okay, so what you're going to be doing is you're going to read the material and then write a 1-page essay telling me what did you like, what did you not like. You know, every book, there's things, you have to spit out the bones. No book is perfect. So you're going to find things that you like and that you disagree, you don't like about the theory, and also maybe about what the authors say about the theory. Tell me about it. I want to hear that. So you're going to post that in the open forum, and then what you're going to do is you're going to read at least 2 other assignments from students and then respond to that, because we're going to be getting to the discussion forum part of your grade, but you need to be responding to at least 2 posts or making at least 2 posts in each forum every week. So this is this one forum, open forum. I don't go in there very much, okay? Well, I go in there, but I don't post very much in the open forum. I kind of step back, I read what's written, what's typed, but I do not make many posts because I want to encourage you guys to really engage one another about what you're reading and what you think in each week in the assignments, okay? So you'll get my feedback on what you've written when I grade your assignments. And by the way, I do my best to get your assignments back to you within 1 week after you submit them. So hopefully, unless something happens, I do my best to grade your work within 1 week after you submit it. Okay, number 2, the second part of your graded up work in this class is your discussion forums. Again, this is a weekly part of your assignment. This is a big part of your participation. It's the way we see if you are attending class, an online class, your discussion is huge. It's 25% of your grade. Something that I always get disheartened about is if someone's a great student, but they fail to post enough times in the discussion forum, because that will significantly lower your grade. So I'm going to read through here. Discussion forums are required for all students. There are 2 weekly scheduled discussion forums. These discussions are reflections or critiques of course material, that's in the open forum, and issues raised by the professor and course participants and on topic. Each student is expected to participate in both discussions with a minimum of 4 total posts per week, or 2 posts in each discussion forum. Okay, so, and I've got some different rubrics here that you can look on the course site to look more specifically what I'm looking for, okay? So in the on topic, I am more engaged in that discussion forum. Almost every week, every other week, I will post a hot topic, okay, for us to talk to one another about. On Topic is also a place where you can get in there and you can post about anything that you're reading in the class that you want to bring up for your classmates. But just be sure that you make 2 substantial posts. That means you can't just go in there and say, oh, I really like what you said. That's not going to count for one of your posts, okay? You need to have at least 2 posts in each discussion forum that have some sort of substance to them, okay? 3, field work. Okay, what you're going to do for your field work, which is worth 25% of your grade, if you notice in the syllabus, every part of your grade, all 4 parts are 25% of your grade for a total of 100%. Your field work, you need to interview a professional or licensed therapist, and that's due in week 12 of class. And I want you to encourage you, don't wait until week 12 to start working on this. Go ahead right now, get the phone book out, look up therapists, talk to your pastor, who's in your congregation that you know that you want to interview, and go ahead and call and try to set up that interview. And the reason you want to do that is therapists are busy. They've got a lot of clients, they have a lot going on, and if you wait till that last week, you may not be able to get in to schedule that interview, and you're going to be caught in a really tough situation. And you also want to schedule it a week or 2 in advance so that then you have a week or 2 to actually write up the interview. Let me read through this. Each student is to choose a professional licensed therapist to interview and then write a paper detailing the contents of the interview. It should also include the student's own impressions and thoughts on the content of the interview. The paper should be 10 pages long, double-spaced with 12-point font, Times New Roman font. Each student is strongly encouraged to go ahead and schedule this interview with a professional licensed therapist immediately in order to account for scheduling conflicts that could arise. A professional licensed counselor includes a licensed professional counselor, a licensed marriage and family therapist, licensed clinical social worker, licensed or clinical or counseling psychologist. So those are different therapists that you can use, but I want them to be a licensed professional therapist. Okay, then you've got your final exam. Your final exam is going to be multiple choice, short answer, short essay, that kind of thing. And it's going to cover the reading material from this course. And it's going to be the final week of the class. And I'm going to do my best a week or two beforehand to kind of give you maybe a study guide for that, okay? I haven't actually made that up yet, so I will wait and kind of see where we are with the reading, and then I will get you that study guide. But just remember, it will cover the reading. It will cover the all three reading, including teacher's 2 cents. Okay, and then you can look at the grading scale there. Another part of this class is each week I'm going to post a devotion. It will usually be a video. Sometimes I post something I've written. And I'm going to ask that in the on topic, when you make your post in the on topic discussion forum, that you just write a brief statement letting me know that you watched or read the devotion for that week, depending on what it is. I'm looking here, and I haven't yet posted the devotion for week 1. I'm going to go ahead and do that, but it will be a video for week 1. So I am a little biased, but I believe that these classes can strongly impact your ministry, whether you're going into the counseling field specifically or you're just looking to increase your counseling skills in whatever field you are in. There is just some very helpful information here that can help you think more critically about yourself and your own background, and also your work with others. I'm excited. I love teaching these classes. I love to see the feedback that's given in the discussion forums from you. You guys make this class. I love to see who's in this class, what kind of backgrounds you guys bring to the class. It's exciting, and I'm honored to be your professor, and I'm looking forward to getting started. So I will see you in the discussion forums. Bye-bye.